Hey, it's your girl Stacy B. Make sure you're tuning in to my girl, Kamisha Reviews. She's going to be dropping all the bombs and serving all the piping hot tea. And you know I'm going to be there watching.
Don't you want to be the first person at the water cooler who knows everything? You know, most of the time around the water cooler, at work or whatever, you really don't like each other, don't want to talk to each other, but you gotta talk about something. Even the ones that do too much, okay? Still gotta talk to them, even though they don't really want to hear what you gotta say. Join Kamisha Reviews membership, where all the tea is dropped. Something going on. Kamisha Reviews knows the tea. You want to get it first? Make sure you join the membership. What are you waiting for? Get in that group so you can know what's popping, baby. Alright? Why is she doing all that? I don't even know what she's doing. I'm just going to ignore her and keep it moving. Alright guys, welcome to Kamisha Reviews. The live is getting ready to start, so what I need you guys to do to get hyped up. I got my girl over here, Kamisha Reviews. We're about to get it crunched on the Smurfs, okay? Now, I always win, period, okay? I'm always sliding the home plate, because that's me, period, okay? So, yes, let's go. Hit that like button, subscribe, follow the membership, let's go. Okay, first of all, you guys, I'm not on camera. Happy October. And I am on the little mic I got from my phone. So let me know, you guys, if you can hear me clearly. Hey, Bright Star. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the channel. Please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you have just joined. And then you guys come on in. Welcome, Twitch. I know we are on Twitch. We are also on YouTube, Facebook group Kamisha Reviews, and YouTube. How you doing? How you doing? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I've been on Twitter. I've been enlightened by Twitter. Let me tell you, I did Twitter Spaces that I really, really enjoyed. We had some conversations, and the conversations that we were actually having were about Big Brother, the game, the cookout, and just a lot of other stuff. So sit back and get your tea if you got it. And hey, Mr. Meter Joe, y'all know how I get down over here in Commission Reviews. You know I don't hold back at all. So if you want to tag this or share this or tweet this out, do so right now. Hashtag BB23, hashtag Commission Reviews. And I already know that what I'm about to say is probably going to make people a little irritated. But honestly, this is what I do. I am one of those rebel bloggers who don't go by a certain code. She goes by her code. Okay? All right, let's get started. Now, you see my title. It's pretty plain what I said. But I noticed that when the cookout won, we celebrated, not just myself, other black bloggers and subscribers and fans said, why didn't any of the cookout interview with any of the people of color? I said, well, I've been in this game a long time. I know how this goes. Networks, they usually do have people that they will have the cast interview with first. That's just the way it goes. All networks do it, whether they tell you guys or not, they all do it. So I was like, okay, cool. I get it. I get it. Then continually, I'm seeing the same thing. I'm like, okay, so are they just literally ignoring black bloggers? Am I the only one not seeing that? Bright Star said, oh yeah, my really, that's strange because I haven't seen them with Busy Blue. Wait, because I have seen them with Busy Blue and the male black blogger. Admit that. Really, Bright Star. Okay. Okay, I didn't even know that. Please, Bright Star, next time I need to talk to him because I thought it was just me that felt like that. Because when I got into the Big Brother game and situation, all the white bloggers got all the interviews. I understood the Big Brother alum getting the interviews because, of course, they're part of Big Brother. I 100% get that. Okay. Secondly, when you see bloggers, especially for this season, we championed a lot. A lot of black bloggers probably went through a whole lot behind supporting Cookout. I never had to turn comments off of video until I did Big Brother, uh, and then put a ring on it. Big Brother, how you doing, G? Welcome to the chat. The reason why I ended up having to block or turn the comments off because I was called, you're a racist, you're reverse racism or whatever it was. It kept calling me because of the fact, hey Andrea, because of the fact that I was supporting and shouting out the cookout. Let me be clear when I say this too, to a lot of people who are going to be very upset. Having a guest or a blogger, one black person, it's not going to fit a quota where you're still looking like you're supporting us. Now, I can say this because I'm black, proudly, and a blogger, very proudly. Okay. I got to be very clear about this. A lot of these white bloggers, and this is not me being racist against anyone because their work is great. I have no issues with their work. They work hard. They deserve the work, to get what they get. But I'm speaking my truth here as a person of color. Okay. This season, when the Big Brother came on, I was like, okay, I know they're going to be interviewing with the black bloggers. Not necessarily all of them or at first, but I said, boom, I know it's going to happen. This is the first alliance, 6 people of color on here. What ended up happening? It's the same thing I've seen every year. I know Rob has a podcast. Most of the time, get the interviews. Other bloggers get the interviews, and there's no hate with that. You have to understand. I grind. Things come to me when they come to me. They don't. They don't. But for me, this hit different, and you would not understand it if you're not a person of color. I don't give a care how much you are right, stand up for your right person, or do the right thing type of person. I don't care how many people of color that you notice in your camp. No offense. I don't give a care if your best friend is a person of color. You still will not understand the plight of being a black person that's a blogger in this entertainment industry. For being a blogger for Big Brother, it's a different monster. It's a different area. You know what I'm saying? It's a different everything. Because we're in a circle where being competitive and the Big Brother culture, it's you got to be in it. You have to know Big Brother's history, know a lot of things about Big Brother to either be a blogger on it, to even be a fan of it, honestly. So I'm used to being pushed aside for another white blogger, and no white blogger can talk in their podcast, can get on my podcast and tell me this is not true. There is no blogger that can do that. I would challenge them to talk to me and try that with me. I would love that discussion, but be careful where you step, is all I'm saying. We have 18, 19 people watching. Please make sure you guys hit that like button for me, please. If we can get the likes up, if you could throw a TV in the chat. I don't think I have any members in the chat, but you throw the emojis or whatever, I would surely appreciate it. But for sure, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe. Reality TV reviews by Lana says, I see this every year. That's why I don't fix with them. Don't F with them. Don't say with them. Stop watching BB2 Racist, man. For sure. For sure. I get it 100%. See, a lot of times, me, myself, when I spoke about these topics on my channel, when Big Brother wasn't in the black, okay, um, I didn't get a lot of positivity, which I didn't expect to have positivity from that. But to be real with you, honestly, there was no other bloggers talking about it unless they were black. Okay. And people do honestly feel if they have another commentator on their show that is black, then they have completely filled their quota. And I think that's so disrespectful. To me, I feel like this. especially this year. Have we not learned from Big Brother? If I kept saying, even I made little comments on my videos, I said, watch, they're gonna probably either add a black person to their panel or just have the same ones, because I don't understand why. And yes, shout out to Jessica. She always stands up for women and people of color. She always has. Um, D says ET was a black interviewer. Yes, I've seen Mr. Blue, and Jessica is Latina. ET, you talking about the ET, the very first interview that I actually saw with any of them, they were white. I tuned out immediately. Every interview they had when they first come out the house, and there were some things that weren't really addressed. The most thing they were mostly concerned about was the discussion between Kylan and Xavier when he made the comment about the nephew. Other than that, there was nothing. So I don't mind being that person to stand up for black bloggers when it comes to this. I've always been a rebel blogger. Anybody who watches me know I speak my mind. I've always done that. I don't care about the backlash. Who says what? I can stand up against anybody. I don't care. You do not acknowledge the black bloggers. If it hadn't been from the black bloggers, the cookout, I'm telling you, I know you guys think because the fans or whatever, you don't understand. The black bloggers repeatedly said the cookout's name and had it in their title, probably more videos than ever. When everybody came out with the negativity, you said Gail, with all the negativity that came up against what I mean, the black bloggers. I mean, okay, when I say Rob is a podcast, all the black bloggers here on YouTube who just do these commentary on the reality shows, okay, I'm just being real. I don't want to say down home bloggers, but whatever, the ones that don't have the gigantor numbers, those, why not there? Because the only ones you're gonna pick in these type of sectors are gonna be a Rob as a podcast. Andrea says, I think there was a stark difference between from past season to this one. You didn't see microaggressions and arguments based on race this year. I mean, I've already told you, well, I haven't said it here, but I said it today that I had issues with the Tree Tiffany. Okay, I really feel like the Tiffany should have been in the final 2-3. I feel like that. I'm sorry, Big D and Ozza should not have been in the final. I don't give a care what nobody say. Like I said, I'll say it again. Ozza pretty much floated on the cookout to the end, and same with Big D. Don't think Big D different was he did talk a whole lot and he distracted a lot of people. So I do feel like he was an asset to the cookout because of his social game. But Tiffany carried the cookout to the end and didn't get accolades because all the women do on every season, I don't care what the race is, they give it to the man every time. They give it to the man every time. And whether or not people agree with me or not, and because I'm so outspoken or because I've said this, somebody would have probably said, well, let's go ahead and give it to one of the bloggers now, but they won't give it to me because I'm going to ask those questions. You can't sit here and tell me this is what you're going to ask. I'm going to ask questions, hard-hitting questions, questions I think hard-hitting to me, whether it be Kylie, Xavier, Tiffany, whoever. Because as a blogger, as an interviewer, I'm going to ask questions that the viewers want to know and then questions I want to know based on the game, of course, the cultural thing, all of that. But I don't see how Rob has a podcast. No, no shade. No shade. But I don't see how Rob has a podcast or many others. I'm sorry, I'm saying his names. I cannot think of any others. I apologize. Would be able to, I don't care how you ask the question, would be able to understand the plight. How would you re-ask the question every time? Well, I know I don't understand how this feels. But in that situation, how did you deal with X, Y, and Z? And even if you say you are different, maybe maybe you say you're not Caucasian, maybe you say you're something else. You're not black, so you still would understand. Still would understand. I don't want to hear your best friend is black or that you've had a commentator for 15 years is black. You still won't understand. Or be able to none of that. Reality TV reviews by Lana says definitely they never go in depth. They never understand. We have 13 thumbs up, 19 likes. Please make sure y'all hit the like. 20 people in here, hit the like button, please. If you're on Facebook, hit the heart, the like, whatever it is. There was a lot of cracks to me in the cookout. Point blank period. Hey Andre, thank you for the orange hearts. Pretty much you have to throw the TV in the chat. I really appreciate it. Join the membership if you're interested. While I drop out the tea and let you know what's going on. This today is I haven't talked about this, but I want to say it without, and I know that people might take me putting Rob's name in the title, try to say that, because if I'm coming for somebody, I come for them 100%. He probably don't know me from a can of paint, but I go hard, very aggressive. If I go come for someone, I come for them. So me putting him in the title is setting an example. He will get those interviews. I understand the status, respect everything, his work, no shades, none of that. This is more of a cultural thing, saying that the cookout, which you made these loops and bound, all these things they've done. How in the world do you not acknowledge the black ones, the black bloggers who actually did a whole lot of carrying? Is it more important because the white bigger ones are acknowledging the cookout and the black culture that we should acknowledge them first and then ignore the black bloggers who also fought and carried the cookout and went through all kind of crap? Because people who I never seen my channel before would come into my comments and say some really, really negative stuff to me because I supported the cookout and what it stood for. And even like I said, and I will say this again, whoever watched my channel know I'm not lying about this. I went crazy when it came to the Christmas crap, when it came to the Tyler crap. Do you think any of them were saying, they were probably saying some surface level stuff, but they wasn't getting down with it like I was getting down with it, with the whole Christmas and Davon and the Bay situation. I don't care what they can say on camera right now. They see my video and say, or whatever they say. You show me the receipts and show me ever in life when you tell me that you went and gotten down the deep when this was all going on, when everything was talking, when everything was popping off with the racism in Big Brother and against people of color and the women. I want to see you show me where you guys were standing up and getting down dirty like I was getting down. I'll wait because I've never seen it. You only do surface level. But see, me, somebody like me who get down dirty and get loud and talk, oh, she's a troublemaker. She's a rebel. No, that's cool. Because I will forever wear that badge proudly. How you doing? Welcome everybody came to chat. Hey, gossip. D, facts, 100%. 100%. I'm just saying, I went back and rewatched that argument. The whole season was so hard to watch. It was cringy to watch that season. You have Tyler who goes up there and says, "Hey, I went through this for the cause because everything was so fire in the streets with the Black Lives Matter movement." So he was like, "I want to give them an opportunity to maybe become the first black." And whether he thought it was genuine or not genuine, he did it. But Christmas shut it down, and she knew the reasons why. She knew the reason why Tyler wanted to do it, but she shut it down. But yet nobody didn't see it as racism at all. Nobody. Hello. I was going hard in the paint for like a month behind that whole situation. I think I dragged Big Brother so much that season. It was ridiculous. Period. D said, "Do you think they will ever have as many black people on Big Brother season as they did in season 23? I don't think it will ever happen again. No, Sade. I do not think it will ever happen again where they will have that many people of color in that house. I say we might get 3, maybe 4. Honestly, it is what it is. We've already had that once. I know it won't happen again. So whoever comes in that house, take advantage of it. But also, individual game is more important next year than ever. You can still have the group thing, but have a plan. Let people know we are in the group. Gospel girl, thank you for coming through. We are in a group That if anything pops off and I need to do something for myself, I'm letting you know right now, I'm gonna go for it because I'm here for me and my family. We already had. Like, I'm not saying that we don't want to have two, but I'm not gonna do the group thing and then play for one player. No, I'm not doing that. I want them to play for individual game so who can get to the end. Point blank. Period. All I'm saying is that it it completely turned me off to want to even review this show. I cannot. I cannot. Love CBS content. I will watch the show. I pay for the stuff. I will watch it and be entertained. But as far as me being a blogger and reviewing it, that's going to be a negative for me. I'm done with that. I'm disappointed in that the cookout. I understand they probably have obligations, contractual obligations, but I know how YouTubers and networks. You're not under contract. They have to interview with Rob because of his numbers. You won't support a black blogger whose numbers are low to not even, I won't say low, smaller than there, because you should never call yourself small. I know I don't call myself small. My personality is too big. My grind is too big. My ambition, everything is too big. It's a giant. So no, I never look at myself as small or anything. I've had viral stuff happen over the past year and positive happen to my channel. So I know my time is coming. That's for me, myself, and for any other black blogger that's doing commentary. This world of Big Brother and being a commentary is not an easy word. I'm trying to tell you. It's like a whole culture itself. People, I was just doing Twitter spaces. People actually stopped, people of color, actually stopped watching Big Brother because of the racism. They couldn't deal with it. They couldn't deal with the bloggers. They couldn't deal with all of it. The days of me trying to beg behind these bloggers to get some attention or to get on the thing, I'm not doing that. I would never be your token commentary. And this is no Sade to the ones who are on these podcasts coming to get in the commentary. You know, that's not their channel. So they can only do what they can do. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that might be. But I'm just being honest. And if you only heard the little bit of what I said, didn't hear the beginning of it, you go ahead and make a stupid decision and respond. Because if you do respond stupidly, I'll respond right back at you. Be very careful where you step. Like I said, I don't want to hear about my friend is black. We worked together for YouTube for 10 years. He's black. I don't want to hear that crap. Because again, when you interview the cookout, you'll still never be on that. You'll never match that smoke to understand. I don't care I don't care. Gospel Girl, I 100% agree. Thank you so much. I do agree with that. They can give even 15 minutes to black bloggers. It's the Big Brother staff who set the interviews up. Most likely, CBS has the designated ones, the big people, and I understand that. But Rob the podcast, last I checked, doesn't work for CBS. I don't know. But most bloggers, there are some bloggers that most networks, I don't know, I know this because of my experiences. Networks will have certain bloggers on YouTube that they use to do the interviews that we all want to do or whatever. The difference is we're not getting paid by the network. We're not, you know what I'm saying? They're not behind us. We do our own thing. We have control of our own content. That's a difference. And not saying he don't have control of his own content, but when you are connected to like a network, most of the time, every time something happens, they will automatically give you the interviews because he's probably interviewed people for years. Like that's what I'm trying to say. It's nothing to know Sade to his work or anything like that. It's nothing like that. It's more of a cultural thing because at the end of the day, even if Derek, Tiffany, Conley, whatever, you can't tell me they don't have a choice or an option or to even a suggestion saying there's this other small bloggers, a couple bloggers I want to come on and talk to them, even if it is for 15 to 20 minutes. A blogger, a black blogger who's grinding, doing their thing would appreciate that. There's levels to everything. And a lot of times, some of these white bloggers may feel that way and won't even express themselves about that. They won't say anything. Something they too afraid to get in it. So what I'm saying, I say all that to say, if you can't even have a conversation, a hard conversation, why are you even interviewing these people of color individuals? This is a history being made. Why isn't history being made twice? As much talking was talked in the House about supporting black businesses, and you might think that because I'm a blogger, other people who are bloggers, it's not a business. It is. There's like taxes involved. You're a blogger. You're making money. It's not like it is a job. A job I love, but it's still a job. So when you say support black business, support black, no, that's not what your actions are not matching what you said in the house. I mean, look, I know they don't tell us everything. Is there a contract saying that you had an interview with Rob or any of the other white bloggers that you interview with that are on YouTube just like us working? What's the difference that they're white and I'm black? The numbers are bigger and mine are smaller. I'll put it out there. From what I heard, yes, there's some type of list that bloggers get on for the interviews, and they are timed. So if a bonus, you know somebody at CBS, because I've done stuff with OWN, not necessarily OWN, but I've learned a lot dealing with OWN network. They have people that most networks will have people that they want you to interview with. Now, if they have bloggers that are on YouTube that probably had been working with them for years, there's probably an improved interview every year, every season, because they do it all the time or every whatever. And their numbers are really big, and it's like a tradition. I know I'm gonna go interview with such and such. Everybody from Big Brothers every year, that type of thing. But I feel like this season was so allegedly different. Why wouldn't it be different to interview with black bloggers who literally supported this cause the same as you were on there for this cause, supported you for this cause? There's many of us out here. Whether or not anybody wants to say anything or not, or whatever, it's cool. Because I'm going to say something. I am not afraid of what anybody has to say. All I say is this: if you respond to me, and everybody has a right to respond to me, I always say, and this is a country way, you know how they say, you watch where you step. Watch where you step. You can take that however you like to take it. Just watch where you step at. You might step at some beep, you know what I'm saying? Us smaller bloggers get no love, and we have to grind mad hard for it. While with other bloggers, opportunities fall right in their lap. Exactly, fall right into their lap. Period. No questions asked, automatically. Like middle of the season. Oh yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna do something. Blah blah. They already know. That's why I appreciate Jessica, because she makes sure to get anyone she knows that's a blogger to be a part of the interviews. Jessica, yeah, she's pretty awesome. Even though she's been on the show, she's very humble. I have always thought about this. Jessica's very, very humble. Okay. So I think it's super cool how she represents the Latina, just the women, period. I feel like she should be in the All Stars and come back swinging and get, everybody together or whatever. But I just had to get that off my chest today. I had a great conversation on Twitter. We had Twitter Spaces, and I just had to get it off my chest. So I'm pretty much done. I'm not gonna be blogging about Big Brother. I will not be doing any reviews. I'm gonna watch Big Brother because I'm a fan, but I think I'm done. This year, it cut it for me. I'm just done. This whole entire season, I'm over it. I'm over it. So I know you guys love Big Brother, and I do too. But as far as the blogging side, I think I'm a chill. Okay, it's drained me anyway. So that being said, I gotta go to work tonight and do my 14 hours, and I will see you guys next time. Hey, y'all in the comments, chill out. I will take you commenting and everything in the comments, but look, don't think I'm not gonna say anything, or you will be blocked. Please don't disrespect me.